Rob Frazier here. So this video, I talk a lot about money flow and business and things like that. And I just kind of wanted to share more of an insight as to how I personally handle money whenever it comes into business. Now, if you're in an internet business, I highly suggest doing something like this along the same lines for you. If you are not in a internet home-based business and want to be, you will find some information in the description of this video. So this right here is just an example of what I do whenever I make money online. There's a lot of people online saying, yeah, I made $1,000, I made $6,000, I made $10,000, I made this and that, blah, 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 blah. But not very many of them share the behind the scenes. In my case, yes, I make a certain amount of money every single week. However, all of that money that I make is not mine. I can't just take all of my money. Say, for example, I have a $2,000 week. That $2,000 isn't 100% mine. I still have to pay taxes. I still have to buy advertising for my business. I still have to pay bills. I still have to, there's other things that I have to do. And then after all of that's said and done, that remaining amount, yes, is mine per se. So what I do, whenever I get any sort of money, any sort of income coming in, and what you're looking at is just basically what I do every time I get a commission. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to just make this very simple. I guess I should have done this before I started the video. Say I get a $500 commission. Boom, I make a $500 sale. $500 even. What I will do is that money, when it comes in, I will divvy it up and I'll automatically send it out towards different things. And what they are is as follows. So I go by 70-30, and what I mean by that is 30% of my gross income off the top goes to tithing, saving, and investing. I don't particularly tithe to a church per se. I do have different charities and different things that I like to tithe to, so let's just leave it at that. I save 10% of my gross, so I tithe, save, and invest the gross amount. When I say gross, that means before taxes. Again, this is what I do. You don't have to do this. You can adjust your numbers. You can do different things like that. Whatever suits your situation. So what I do, $500 comes in, $50 goes to tithe, $50 goes into a savings, wherever I want to save it, and 50 of that gets invested, wherever I want to invest it. Gold and silver, crypto, stocks. There's anything you can put it into. So that's the total. I call it SIT. Tithe, invest, save. I actually have another acronym for this whole thing, and it's TITS, traffic, investing, tithe, taxes, self, and save. And so never mind the TITS acronym, but that's just what it spells. So moving on. 20% of my gross I immediately chalk it over to a savings account for taxes, and that account is 100% for taxes. Now, it's not a perfect thing because I'm doing it off my gross number and not my net number, but what I found when I do it this way, I'm always very close regardless and in fact, in most cases, I have more in my tax savings account than what my taxes actually are. So this puts me a little bit ahead. And then lastly, I take 25% into traffic, gross, meaning $500 come in, 25%, which is 125, goes into traffic, 25% goes into my pocket. So working back down here, I make a $500 sale. 25% of that is $125. So 25%, which is a total of 250. So my total is what you see down here. So this total, and that total is basically what I have here. So 125, which is 25%, traffic and self. That's two separate categories. 125 goes into advertising, right back into traffic right off the top. 25% of that goes into my pocket for personal use. That's a total of 250 in this example. And I've done this spreadsheet. All this is just a little formula. I can email this to you if you're really wanting to do something like this with your own business. But it's very simple to make on a Microsoft Excel. My taxes is 20% gross, which is $100 of that 5. Automatically take it off the top. My tithe, save, invest, my total sit, if you will, is 30% right here. And then this right here, what you see up here, I have 2.5, and then I have 5% here. This right here comes out of my personal, out of myself. So you see here where it says self and PM&I. PM&I is personal maintenance and items. What that is personal maintenance. That's for whenever I just want to go chill out and watch a movie. That's where I get that money from. That's if I want to go get a massage, if I want to go get a chiropractic adjustment, if I want to just go drink a few beers and sit on a beach and whatever. That personal maintenance is dedicated for my own personal time, and that's where I get the money to fund my own personal time. You see what I'm saying? Everything's directed. And then items is different items I want to save up for. I want to save up for a car, whatever. So I follow this, and this right here keeps me on track. And if I want to change it, $1,000 commission, you get the point. So that being said, wrapping this up. Any questions, leave them below. See you in the next video.